Larsa Pippen has built quite a reputation for herself, not just as a real housewife of Miami, but as the NBA's most notable figure off the court. Her romantic history includes a marriage to an NBA legend, dating her ex-husband's teammate's son, and even being linked to one of her own son's teammates. "I feel like age doesn't really determine your level of maturity," Larsa has said. Her dating roster reads like an all-star lineup. Here are the NBA players who have been entangled with Larsa Pippen. Scottie Pippen. Larsa's relationship with Scottie Pippen represents not just a romance, but a two-decade partnership that produced 4 children and countless memories both on and off the court. Scottie Pippen, an NBA legend renowned for his tenure with the Chicago Bulls, where he played a pivotal role in their dynasty, met Larsa in the mid-1990s during the height of the Bulls' championship run. Their love story began during a golden era of basketball when Scottie was cementing his legacy alongside Michael Jordan as part of one of the most dominant teams in sports history. The couple married in 1997 at the First United Methodist Temple in Chicago, beginning a union that would last for over 20 years. During their marriage, Larsa and Scottie welcomed 4 children: Scottie Jr., Preston, Justin, and Sophia. Their family life became a blend of basketball royalty and eventual reality TV fame, with Larsa later gaining her own spotlight on The Real Housewives of Miami. Throughout his illustrious career, Scottie played 17 seasons across the Bulls, Portland Trail Blazers, and Houston Rockets, averaging 16.1 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 5.2 assists per game over 1,178 regular season games. His defensive prowess and all-around excellence earned him selection to 7 All-Star games and, most impressively, 6 NBA championships. In 2010, Scottie's extraordinary career was recognized with induction into the Basketball Hall of Fame, solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest small forwards ever. While their relationship appeared strong from the outside for many years, the marriage faced significant challenges. The couple experienced their first separation in 2016 when Larsa filed for divorce. Although they briefly reconciled, the relationship hit another rough patch in 2018 when Larsa filed for divorce again, citing irreconcilable differences. In a candid interview, Larsa reflected on the early days of their relationship, saying, "I feel like in the beginning, when Scottie and I first got together, I had just signed to ICM in LA. I was going to pursue an acting career. I had just finished. I had gotten a political science degree. I was either going to go to law school, try acting, try different things. And he didn't want me to do anything. He was kind of like, 'No, I can't take it. You have to come to my games. You have to be at my practices.'" She continued, describing how the relationship did not let her chase her own ambitions. "I wanted to be there for him. I loved him. So I was there to support him and do whatever I had to do for him. But then, at some point, the scale changed. The scale started to shift a little bit. And I was like, 'Hey, you're retired. By the way, I want to start a jewelry line. By the way, I want to do this. By the way, I want to do some things that I'm interested in doing.' And it wasn't reciprocated in the same way. After years of on-again, off-again dynamics, their divorce was finally finalized in December 2021, marking the end of a significant chapter in both of their lives. Despite the end of their romantic relationship, they remain connected through their children, particularly Scottie Jr., who has followed in his father's footsteps by pursuing his own NBA career. When asked if she felt she lost herself in being a basketball player's wife, Larsa candidly responded, "Yeah, a lot." However, that sentiment did not prevent her from getting involved with other NBA figures. Tristan Thompson. Following her separation from Scottie Pippen, Larsa's connections to the NBA world continued. Enter Tristan Thompson, the Canadian power forward whose name became entangled with both Larsa and the Kardashian family. Tristan Thompson, currently 32, has played 13 seasons in the NBA for teams including the Cleveland Cavaliers and Chicago Bulls. His career averages of 9.0 points and 8.4 rebounds per game might not match the legendary status of Scottie Pippen, but Thompson carved out a respectable career after being drafted 4th overall in 2011. His most notable professional achievement came in 2016 when he won an NBA championship with the Cleveland Cavaliers. According to Larsa's own accounts, she had a brief fling with Tristan around 2016 during one of her separations from Scotty. This relationship is particularly noteworthy because it allegedly occurred prior to Thompson's high-profile relationship with Khloe Kardashian, with whom Larsa had social connections through her friendship with the family. Larsa has claimed that she introduced Tristan to the Kardashians. This revelation came years later, after Larsa's friendship with the Kardashians had reportedly cooled. According to some reports, Larsa's fling with Tristan lasted about 10 days before he started dating Khloe. The brevity suggests it was never particularly serious, but it represents an interesting connection that would have unforeseen consequences for her social circle. Larsa has maintained there was no ongoing involvement once Tristan began his relationship with Khloe. Eric Moreland. Larsa's connection to the basketball world continued with Eric Moreland, a lesser-known NBA player whose time with Larsa coincided with a championship season. Eric Moreland, now 32, played 4 seasons in the NBA for teams including the Sacramento Kings and Toronto Raptors. He carved out a role as a defensive-minded center, with his most significant achievement being his NBA championship win with the Toronto Raptors in 2019. According to various sources, Larsa dated Eric Moreland from September 2018 to March 2019. Their relationship was marked by public appearances and social media interactions. However, in an interview, Larsa downplayed the seriousness of the relationship, stating, "I hung out with them a couple times. It wasn't a factor in my life. I know. I literally saw him twice. He came to my birthday party." This discrepancy highlights the challenges of navigating dating life in the public eye, where casual encounters can be magnified. Malik Beasley. Perhaps one of the most controversial relationships in Larsa's dating history came in late 2020 with Malik Beasley. This generated significant media attention due to the circumstances surrounding Beasley's personal life. Malik Beasley, now 27, has played for teams including the Minnesota Timberwolves and Milwaukee Bucks. Larsa's relationship with Malik began dramatically when the two were photographed holding hands in Miami in November 2020. What made this controversial was that Beasley was married to Montana Yao at the time, who filed for divorce shortly after the photo surfaced. In a candid interview, Larsa reflected on the relationship, acknowledging it as a mistake. "That was a mistake. I should have listened," she said. She explained the circumstances. "I had just met him that day." She attributed some of her judgment to having recently recovered from COVID-19. "I had COVID brain. I was stuck in my house. He was on me, like, 'Let me come see you.' And I thought, okay, come see." Despite the controversial start, Larsa claimed Beasley was separated. The relationship drew backlash for the 12-year age gap and the fact that Beasley was a teammate of Larsa's son, Scottie Pippen Jr. After approximately 4 months together, they broke up in April 2021, reportedly due to long-distance challenges. Marcus Jordan. While not an NBA player himself, Marcus Jordan's connection to basketball royalty through his father, Michael Jordan, makes him a significant figure in Larsa's dating history. This relationship generated particular interest due to the historical connection between the Jordan and Pippen families. Marcus Jordan, 33, is the son of Michael Jordan and a former college basketball player at UCF. Their relationship began in late 2022. Larsa explained how they met. "We actually met at a party 4 years ago. A lot of people want to spin things like, oh, they've known each other their whole life. We did not. We were friends. We have mutual friends. I was trying to set him up with all my friends." The relationship drew attention for the 16-year age gap and the history between Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. When questioned about the potential awkwardness, Larsa responded, "I didn't plan it like that. I feel like I should be able to date who I want." A viral moment occurred when Michael Jordan was asked if he approved of the relationship. He laughed and simply said, "No." Jeff Kobe. Following her split from Marcus Jordan, Larsa's most recent relationship is with Jeff Kobe, a former professional basketball player. Jeff Kobe, 31, is a former professional who played at Columbia University and had an international career. Larsa and Jeff's relationship began in early 2025, and they made their red carpet debut in April 2025. In a lighthearted moment, Kobe jokingly told paparazzi they were planning to marry in November 2025. As of recent reports, the couple is taking their relationship slowly, but is exclusive. Rumor connections: Ben Simmons and Kris Humphries. Larsa has also been linked to other players, though she has vehemently denied these rumors. Ben Simmons. Rumors surfaced in 2019 after they were spotted at the same event. Larsa has consistently denied any involvement, stating, "I never even saw him, let alone was with him. I don't even know him, by the way." Kris Humphries. Rumors originated from a brief interaction at Coachella in 2019. Larsa dismissed them, saying, "The convo lasted all of 3 minutes. He told me he's known Scottie since he was 14, and he loves him, and I said, so do I." Conclusion. From her 2-decade marriage to Scottie Pippen to her more recent relationships, Larsa Pippen's life has remained closely tied to the basketball world. Larsa herself has acknowledged this pattern, once rhetorically asking, but at the same time, who am I supposed to date? The landscaper? Only time will tell if a relationship with Jeff Kobe will last or if another basketball connection is in the works.